Hi, it's me again with CorelDraw Tips and Tricks. Somebody sent me this logo. It would actually probably trace, it's pretty clean, but let's just draw it from scratch. I did a little playing around with it. It just looks like Arial bold. So with all caps, I'm going to type out EAT. Then I'm going to make it appropriate size by stretching the handles. I am going to make it bold, and I think it's pretty much it. Now, they just want to know how to manipulate it and do this evenly and do this. So let's, first of all, what we're going to do is break it apart. So our letters are individual. Then I'm going to select them all. I'm going to go to Object, and I'm going to convert them to a curve. Don't really have to right now, but I'm going to left click, right click, and make an outline. Now, I'm not going to do this per exact scale. The A looks like it's been just squished up. So we're just going to just collect on the A, and we're just going to squish it up. Now, this is really, realistically pretty easy. They're not even. We could probably make it a little bit more even, but I'm going to do it kind of like that. I'm going to see how big the bottom of this E is, so I'm going to get the parallel dimension tool and go from that node to that node, and it's 0.54. So I'm going to draw a rectangle relatively close, and you know I'm dead on, so I'm going to unlock my ratio. I'm going to make it 0.54. So now we got that figured out. I'm going to take a 2-point line, and I'm going to put it right here. And then I'm going to duplicate it and nudge it over. That might be a little bit much. Let's 1.5. And duplicate it twice. Then I'm going to take my first line and put it right on the edge. Duplicate it twice. And what that did, that gave us a 1.5 space. I'm going to take my Smart Fill tool, set on black, and I'm going to put in these two blacks. Now I'm going to delete this line. Don't need them anymore. Now, whenever you have a line in front of the other line, and you can hold down the Alt key and swipe through it and hit the line. Now let's take this and go up to Effects, Blend, and let's blend it 9 times. And whenever you get a blend that happens like that, there's something wrong. So let's left click, right click. And if you can see the arrows going that way at the bottom, and this one, the arrow's going this way at the top, probably the easiest thing to do is just flip it both ways. Now it should blend perfectly. Now I'm not the same space, so I'm going to bump it up to 10. You know what? Let's bump it up to 11. See if that can give us an even amount of space. I think that's pretty even. Now, what they did to the T in the A, you want to make it, I need to really zoom in here so I can see it. Because we've converted them to curves, I can take both these lines, start moving and hold down the control button. Get that node right on that edge. The control button is going to help you, and also if you get right on the line. Now I'm going to take the top parts, holding down the control button, and have it snap to that node. Whoop, I already had the other one selected also. Now let's, since we'll use 1.5, we'll use 1.5. Look at that. That gives us that angle. And the person I'm doing it for can make it, their own size. Start moving, hold down the control button. And if you're on that node, it should snap right there to that edge. Deselect it and select it again. Grab both and just right click. That way everything's equal. Now, This one's going to be a little bit different. So let's do this. Let's measure. Let's bring in indexing lines. Put an indexing line right there. Put an indexing line right there. And let's measure between the two indexing lines. Make sure we have snap to guidelines on. And we have 0.28. So what we can do, grab this one node, change our nudge factor to 0.28. Grab the shape tool, grab that top node, and just, that way the T is equal. And I don't know if they need the same color, but you could very easily, if that is the color that they want, probably use the thing, just go to the Smart Fill tool, eyedropper, grab a sample of the color. It looks a little darker. And you could play around with that. I mean, if that, since that's a photograph or a JPEG, I don't know what they sent me, or a PNG, the little bit of fuzziness is going to make the color not perfect. That looks pretty cool. Must be a restaurant of some sort. Anyway, I hope that gave them some ideas, and thank you for watching.